for calling support. You're speaking with Amy. How can I help you?
This is the voice of a scammer who calls herself Amy. Her real name is Jerry Kamchansing and she works for a company called Good Karma IT. Tonight, Amy will accidentally give me access to the internals of her call centre, and with this access, I'm able to discover who works for the company, how they work together, and how much money they actually make on these scams.
Critical alert from Microsoft.
Do one thing. What do you see on the screen at the moment?
I describe carefully the pop-up that her company has bought from advertisers. They're always of a similar format and designed to encourage people to call the number that they see. This will be the 12th call that Amy will receive tonight.
What we got regarding about your computer, it is infected by the virus, and because of the virus, which is just spyware, because of that, all your information, which is written there, those information is being stolen from you. That's all we got.
So as usual, Amy wants to get remote access to the infected PC. Amy or Jerry talks me through downloading some software which will give her remote access. Software is called Fast Support, and this is used by very many scammy organisations because it doesn't usually reveal the IP address of the person at the far end. However, I have my own methods and her details are on the screen.
Do you see I'm moving the mouse?
Oh yes.
Yes, it's moving.
Very good.
Okay. So which means we are successfully connected under the Microsoft Safe and Secure server.
Now that she has her access, she runs the second part of the scam to convince me that there really is a problem on this virtual computer.
Okay. Well, sir, may I know how old is the laptop?
They ask certain standard questions which are all part of a script. She will claim that my laptop isn't under its warranty anymore, and if I need help, I'm going to have to pay for it.
When is the last time you serviced the laptop?
If she was a competent technician, she would look at the specs of this machine and see that it definitely doesn't need any service.
Well, sir, I want to show you this. Please look at the screen. Look on the screen.
Yes. What am I looking at? She draws on the screen to help me.
Yeah. Network access protections, which is off right here.
This will always be off in any standard Windows 7 setup, unless you're part of a corporate network.
So at this point, I just want to know, do you have any kind of antivirus?
Of course I've got antivirus set up, and it's clean and it's up to date. There's nothing wrong with this computer whatsoever.
That's okay.
That's
okay, let me check that out.
I continue to play dumb with her to see what she'll say about my antivirus. I think
okay.
That's it. I don't know.
PC status protector,
protected,
but
that's right.
it is off, as you can see. When the internal protections, network access protection is off, which means whatever antivirus or protections or security, whatever you have inside this laptop, they are all off.
So she's lied about this. There is a firewall running, the antivirus is running, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the computer.
So I will be going ahead and do the diagnostic scan of your connections, alright?
Okay, yes. She does the normal scammer favourite of opening up the command prompt, typing the tree command, and finally typing something on the command line which looks convincing. All of which she does while trying to distract me. Well, I write magazine articles and kind of... When the tree command completes, she types out that I had a firewall damage, a virus found, and an IP compromise. She also runs the netstat command, and all this does is show her own connection and some connections from closed web pages.
Because they are the foreign hackers, which means they are not from a state, but outside from your state. This is the reason why you are getting an error message regarding about your IP history, regarding about your information have been stolen from you.
The third part of the scam is where she hands over the call to one of her colleagues who will try and collect the money.
Thank you so much. Be on the line. Are you this sure?
Hello, yes. Oh, who am I talking to now?
Okay, you are talking to James. My name is James, so...
James' real name is Santosh Verma. Santosh continues the scam by trying to get me to type in my email address into the W3C validator, Of course, this is bound to fail. It validates HTML, not email addresses.
When we check, your email is already infected. There's some unusual critical error and a warning message.
Oh,
These are not a
error
good bunch.
messages. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
warning, bad value, error. So, can you see that?
Oh,
This
yeah.
means that your email is already infected. So,
And lastly, for good measure, he throws up Event Viewer to see the normal errors and warnings.
these are the junk file. These are the
Junk.
unusual, critical error and the warning message. If this warning is increased, like in a couple days, it may be crash all your device.
So Santosh puts a price list in front of me and gets me to fill out some details. They're all fake, of course. I can pay them by check or by card, and I elect for card.
Okay, no problem. Just we need card number. So for a registration, so we need to expire that.
Oh, right. Okay, hold on. I'll just get my card here. Even though it will be fake, I don't want to type out my credit card number directly on the notepad. I'd rather see the URL and the website that he's going to use to collect the payment. Just like to check out a few details about you first of all. So, can I call you back?
So right away, if you are afraid, don't worry that. I will open the link. I will open the form. You can fill up by yourself. No one will see. Okay, just allow me a moment.
Okay, right, well, that might be better. It worked. He didn't want me to research his phone number, and now he's happy to open up his online form. Now I can see the URL that he's going to use for the payment. He pastes this website address into my browser. It's from a file that I'll later find on their desktop.
Can you see that? This is first of all, look at the mouse. This is secure.
So once again, I fill out some fake details in live PC Experts 247.tech's website. Of course, the payment fails.
Okay, you can.
Santosh tries a few more times to try and get valid details from me, but eventually gives up. The scamming organisation thought that they had disconnected from my computer, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I'm not going to go into the details of how I did this, but I managed to get a connection back again to the scammers' PCs without them realising. So this is our scammer Amy's desktop. As you can see, I've just left the session, but this is what the rest of the desktop looks like. Let's take a little tour of her desktop. First of all, this is the GoToAssist Expert client. This is what she uses to remotely connect to people's PCs. She has a browser, and we'll go through what's sitting on the browser in just a moment. She also has an instant messenger client called Spark. This is what she uses to communicate with her colleagues in Good Karma IT. Here we have a folder with the phone number which she will put on her victim's desktop. It helps to make the victim feel that they're actually getting some service for their money. Next we have a payment link, and there's a different URL depending on whether you're paying by check or by card. She also takes notes using electronic sticky notes and her old favourite notepad. Bizarrely, she also seems to be a fan of the Invincibles movie. Maybe she thinks she's invincible herself. I spent the rest of the time observing exactly how these scammers operate and gathering a bit of information on both their victims and some of their employees. On her browser, she runs something called NGUCC, or Next Generation Unified Contact Center. She uses this to control the inbound calls and to register what sort of phone call it is. You can also see the soft phone at the bottom right of this web page. Another tab she will keep open is thatthem.com so that she can check to see if there's any details on the inbound phone number. She uses this to check whether it's a prank or a scam baiter calling. Another tab that she keeps open is bindb.com. She can use this to check the first 6 digits of her credit card to make sure that it's been issued by a valid bank. This and her other links are in the description below. But the biggest goldmine of all was the company internal notice board. This gave me a wealth of information. It confirmed the name of the company, Good Karma Information Technology, but it also revealed how much this company was making each month. Here you can see the figure. Over $250,000 each month, that's $3 million each year. That was from a total of 587 successful calls, making the average a figure of over $400 per scam. It also revealed which of their employees were earning the most. I've had to blur out the names here because of YouTube's policies, but if you want to see the actual names, there's a link in the description below. Our friend Amy, real name Jerry, ranked 33 of well over 50 employees here. She's on course to earn over $4,000 this month. How does that compare to your salary? On another part of Good Karma's intranet, we could see the taxi cab list. It gives the details of exactly who was working on what shift and on what day, in this case in June 2018. I mentioned the Sparks Instant Messenger client. Here's an example of some of the messages that I saw Amy pushing to one of her colleagues, Santosh Verma. This is the full name, address and credit card details of one of their victims. I later called this person, whose first name was Tamika, to see did she indeed see one of these fake pop-ups and ended up paying money. This is what she said to me when I called her.
Today I contacted Windows about my computer.
Right, by any chance was it because you saw like a warning message or something on your computer?
I had got some kind of virus or something on my computer, and it had locked me out completely.
Yeah, okay, that's why.
But my computer, like I said, it was messing up my laptop or whatever, and when I called it, what have you, whatever went on, it solved my problem because I couldn't even get get on the internet at first.
So Tamika represents exactly the sort of victim that these guys are after. Someone who doesn't even realise that they have been scammed. What did they call themselves? Do you know?
Omnitronic.
Oh, okay. Right, I haven't heard that name. So this confirms what I already knew. The company go by the name of several different aliases, including Omnitronic, Premium Live Support, Live PC Experts 247.tech, and MerchServeX.com. But they never used the real company name of Good Karma Information Technology. I followed up the call with an email to Tamika, but I'm not really sure if she actually believed me. So who exactly are Good Karma Infotech? Well, according to their website, and this website I suspect may not be round for too much longer, they have two branches, one in Noida and one in Gurgaon, where most of the scamming happens. They seem to be on a recruiting drive, and this is one of their adverts. As their advert says, they offer huge incentives. There's a free cab ride to work, there's free meals, and all for doing this: a voice process for technical or sales support executives. But we know exactly what that means. There aren't many pictures of the inside of the call centre, but here's one or two I did find on the internet. There's a fairly limited set of information which can be found online against this company, but it seems to be founded in the 16th of March 2015, and the names of the company directors seem to be Prasant Kumar and Anita Singh. There's more details of these in the description below. As always, I attempt to report these crimes to the Indian Cyber Police. This time I've left a link to the tweet that I've made to the Cyber Police in the hope that you'll see some sort of response to it. I'm not going to hold my breath. If you like my work, please consider clicking that Patreon link below. It will help me produce more videos in the future, and as they do take time, I can't promise that these will be weekly, but I will try my best to do at least one or two a month. I'm there on Twitter as well, at JimBrowning11. Please do hit that like button if you enjoy these videos, and do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you again.